and not letting negative fears, worries, or doubts slip by you. Be as much on guard as you can of that and just stay in your end and trust in it.
Oh, I've missed you, my love.
Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. When you let this become your lifestyle, you'll start to see how a lot of problems will actually resolve themselves much quicker than they would otherwise if you kept trying to figure things out on your own. It doesn't matter what it is that you feel a strong inspiration and pulling to, but you can trust that if it is something that's really beautiful and in love in your core, you're going to have all of the assistance needed to make it happen. Meaning your only job, your only role is to trust it. And when things show up in life that go against it, not to trust that. Because those things are probably just springing up to reflect your fear and your ego-based thoughts and feelings around the subject to you, to give you a chance to decide whether you want to trust your ego and fear, or do you trust what is trying to be born from within you. Okay? Get in agreement with God. Get in alignment. What I mean is trust. It means trust what's in your heart, what's in the core of you. That's that thing that is burning inside of you, that burning flame. And again, that can be a particular person. If it is, just trust that this person and you are this is your person, this is your partner. You just trust in them. Trust in them because they were brought into your life by something much greater than you that doesn't make mistakes. I personally believe that when we're in the timeline of experiencing the experience that we want, no matter what it is, that you're going to be inspired to do all sorts of things, and that no matter what's happening and no matter what you're inspired to do, and every single thing that you do is always working towards whatever it is that you want. And that whatever it is going to unfold itself in your life, but it's not necessarily going to be how you see it happening. The problem is that as circumstances come up in our realities, oftentimes people just get so freaked out by it and they give up. And the sad thing is that this is just like, it's your demon. It's your demon showing itself for you. You might need to wrestle with it a little bit. And what I mean is, when I say wrestle, what I mean is, yeah, you might have to go through a couple hours or maybe an afternoon or two of constantly just not agreeing with it, not letting it get the best of you, trusting and continuing, like through repetition and through just meditating and breathing, just to trust that that thing that's inside of you is something from something much greater than you, and just listen to it and trust in it and surrender to it. Okay, another story I wanted to tell really quickly is I had a problem with my shoulder. So I had a rotator cuff tear here, which I healed myself. And then I ended up with nerve impingement, which I didn't know it was called nerve impingement, for well over a year. This was like a couple years ago. So I had this ongoing problem in this one, and it was becoming frozen. I was losing all my mobility, and it was painful, so painful to do anything. I researched things online, and this is a long time, right? And nothing I was finding was helping. So I finally, I don't know what it was, but it finally hit me that why don't I just see myself feeling better? Maybe do some imaginal scenes in my head, hearing myself talk to my mom or talk to somebody else. And maybe they ask me, so how's your shoulder doing? I'm like, oh my God, it's totally fine. It feels so good. And maybe seeing myself like move and working out or doing something that I can't necessarily do right now. So I started doing that a little bit, and I don't know how much time passed. It wasn't that long. So I went ahead and I made an appointment with a shoulder specialist. Go to the appointment, and the appointment did not go well at all. The appointment was actually quite annoying. The doctor was extremely condescending to me. He told me that I probably would need surgery eventually. He told me that I need to start having cortisone shots starting next week, and that I need to go into potentially 2 to 4 months, if not longer, of physical therapy.
How about no?
No, never.
So I did get a little bit of a disagreement with him, but then I stopped and I said, it doesn't matter what he says. I'm literally saying it in my head. It doesn't matter what he says. So through the conversation, then he mentioned the term nerve impingement.
I think that's it.
Yes.
Which was the first time that I heard that term, and something inside of me, like I had this piercing feeling inside of me, went on YouTube, put in nerve impingement. The first video that I clicked on was of these 2 chiropractors talking about nerve impingement with the shoulder, describing exactly what I was going through. They described an exercise where you hang, and I started doing that evening. By the next day, it was 50% better. And as I continued to do that after a couple weeks, I completely was healed.
Amen to that.
I never had to go back to the doctor. I never had to go to physical therapy. I never had to go through any of the things that the doctor told me. So what happened? For the first time after like a year and a half of having this physical problem, I had an inspired thought and feeling, which I listened to, which is inspired action, to call the doctor. Now, a lot of you guys who are not quite understanding what manifesting is, think that you should be healing yourself without any intervention at all, and that is so off. You just don't understand what this all actually is. Could that happen? Yes, it could happen. I'd be open to that totally. But more than likely, things are going to happen in more of a natural way for you. That if you just step back and surrender and trust in something greater than you to handle it, live in your end, repeat at least 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, your new story. Get into the feeling of that throughout the day. Stay on your mental diet, and every single time the subject of whatever it is comes up, you have to really be aware, like become an observer and protect this beautiful mind that you have. Protect your mind, protect your heart by being the observer and being a guard, and not letting negative fears, worries, or doubts slip by you. Be as much on guard as you can of that, and just stay in your end and trust in it. And on top of that, be happy, relax, let go, trust, and surrender, and really enjoy as much as you can, every moment as you can throughout the day, because this is your life, okay? And you want to enjoy life, and you want to feel good about life, and you want to take care of yourself and take care of your feelings and your emotions over everything else, because you are important and you matter. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but coaching is available again. Email me at kim@coreunion.com. And until then, comment down below, like the video, share it, support the channel. It helps other people find me. Subscribe if you want to see other videos as I come on. Hit the bell icon, and I will see you next time. Bye.